Hi, welcome to the session. How are you? Let's wait about 3 or 4 minutes. Let everyone join in. Then we proceed. All right. Let's wait about 3 or 4 minutes and then we proceed. Let's wait for 2 or 3 minutes. Let everyone join in. Let's wait for another 2 or 3 minutes. People are joining in. Let's wait for 2 or 3 minutes more. Let's wait for another 2 more minutes. Hmm. All right. Well, hello and welcome to Unacademy, India's largest online learning platform that gives you a world of courses, resources, content, live and recorded sessions to help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. Also, welcome to Crack CA Exams with Us, which is a vertical and channel of Unacademy that caters to the students of CA Foundation and Intermediate in their journey and pursuit of preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination by providing top educators, quality content, and overall a great learning experience. So come, let's crack CA exams with Unacademy, India's largest online learning platform. Welcome to the session again today. Before we proceed, a little brief introduction about the educator today. Hello, I'm Prathik Gupta. I'm a Bachelor of Commerce from Christ College, Bangalore University. I am an associate member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, an associate member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, and an associate member of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, and also a law graduate from Karnataka State Law University. I'm currently a practicing chartered accountant and also a visiting faculty for CA subjects and an educator for CA students both offline and online. Prior to starting on my own, I worked with SR Bartley Boy and Associates, that is the Indian member firm of Ernst & Young Global in the Audit and Assurance Department, and Ernst & Young India, EY India, in the Mergers and Acquisitions Department. I also worked with the Manipal Group in Bangalore as the corporate controller of their Indian entity, as well as the German subsidiary located in Frankfurt, Germany. And it was only after I got back from Frankfurt, Germany, that I decided to start something on my own, and that gave me an opportunity to become an educator, which in turn has given me an opportunity today to take this session for you young, bright and enthusiastic CA aspirants. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Anytime during my session, in case you have any questions, queries, observations or discussions, please feel free to drop in a line and I will take up the matter for discussion or problem solving as soon as possible. I hope you find this session useful. Also, you can look me up by my name, that is Prathik Gupta, Prathikgupta, on YouTube to find the many sessions that I've taken on the YouTube channel of Unacademy to cater to the students of CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. All right, so you can go through those sessions, benefit from it, and in case after that you have any questions, you can always ask me. Now, Unacademy caters to you in your preparation for CA Foundation and Intermediate to 3 platforms: YouTube, special classes, and its premium platform, which is the Plus platform, which is also a payment-based subscription model. Now, YouTube session is what you're going through right now, which is absolutely free but gives you immense value and resources in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. Similarly, special classes are absolutely free and they are viewed on the Unacademy Learning app, more about which I will tell you on the next slide. And they also help you a lot in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. But the most important is the Plus platform of Unacademy, which is the premium platform of Unacademy, and also a payment-based subscription model, which has various subscription packages, more about which I will tell you in the following slides. Now, I strongly recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy due to the following reasons. Firstly, it provides daily live classes where you get to chat with your educator, engage in discussions, ask your doubts and answer polls. All this while the class is going on. Yes, you heard it right. All this while the class is going on. You do not need to wait for the end of the session. You do not need to wait for a couple of days after the session, or you do not need to wait for the end of the week or fix up an appointment with your educator. You can ask your queries and discuss matters with your educator right then and there on real-time basis. It's as good as lifting your hands up in a classroom and your educator will be happy to answer your questions. The second important reasons why I recommend and encourage you to become a part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because of the live tests and quizzes it conducts on a regular basis to evaluate your preparation, and the mock tests it conducts to get a detailed analysis of your performance. Now, what happens with this evaluation analysis? It simply means that from time to time when you're preparing for a professional examination, you need to get an idea of your level of preparation as to how much you've prepared, how much is remaining, which areas are prepared, which areas require more preparation. Basically, it means breaking up your preparation into your strong areas, your weak areas, and your not so strong areas, so that whatever limited time you have for preparation, you can use it accordingly on these 3 areas, in the sense more time on your weak areas, a little lesser time on your not so strong areas, and less time on your strong areas, until a time when your weak areas and your not so strong areas eventually become your strong areas. Thereby, this ensures a minimum wastage of time and maximum utilization of time. The third reason why I encourage and recommend you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because of the structured courses it provides. All the courses are structured in line with your exam syllabus to help you best prepare for it, which simply means all the Plus courses are in line with the syllabus of your examination. And once you complete a Plus course on the Plus platform of Unacademy, you can rest assured that you have completed the syllabus of your examination without missing out on any important or major points. All right. And lastly, and most importantly, the one subscription to the Plus platform of Unacademy gives you access to all the live and recorded courses to watch from the comfort of any of your devices, which simply means once you subscribe to the Plus platform of Unacademy, it gives you unlimited access to all the live and recorded special classes, all the live and recorded Plus courses that Unacademy has to offer you in order to help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. Not only this, all these live and recorded courses are available to you at the comfort of any of your devices. That means your mobile phone, laptop, desktop, or tablet, as the case may be. It is available 24/7 without any timing restrictions. You can view these, access these sessions whenever you find the time after a busy day or anything, and you are ready to prepare for the examinations. And not only this, you can also access this information from any location that you want. You could either be at home, you could be in your native place, you could be on a vacation, you could be waiting for someone for a meeting, or you could be traveling back home from work or traveling to work, and you might have some time to spare. You can simply pull out your mobile phone, log into the Unacademy learning app, and access the resources and make use of it for your preparation. So keeping these points out of the many other points in mind, I strongly recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy in order to accelerate and enhance your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. All right. Now, like I told you, the special classes and the Plus courses are available on an Unacademy learning app. For those of you who have downloaded the Unacademy learning app and are using it, I thank you very much. And I request your support in the future as well. For those of you who have not yet downloaded the Unacademy learning app, I request you to go to the Play Store on your mobile phone, download and install the Unacademy learning app on your phone, put in your mobile number, where you will get an OTP, and using this OTP you need to register on the Unacademy learning app. It's as simple as this. No complicated procedure, no lengthy procedures. You're done. So what do you get once you install and register on the Unacademy learning app? You get access to all the live and recorded special classes that Unacademy has to offer to you to help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation Intermediate examination, and it gives you access to all the live and recorded Plus courses that Unacademy has to offer to you in order to accelerate and enhance your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. All right, so keeping these in mind, I strongly recommend and urge you to become part of the Plus, to download and use the Unacademy learning app, and also help the people around you to download and use the Unacademy learning app, and also help them to register on it using their mobile number and OTP, and also helping the resources that Unacademy has to provide to you. Please take about a minute, go through this slide, and then we proceed. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Take a minute, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Okay, like I told you, the Plus platform of Unacademy is the premium platform of Unacademy, which is a payment-based subscription model. It has various payment subscription packages to choose from. So the CA Foundation and Intermediate subscription packages provided by the Plus platform of Unacademy are as follows. The packages provided are for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and 24 months. The 1 month package will cost you rupees 3,500. The 3 month package will cost you rupees 8,750. The 6 month package will cost you rupees 14,000. The 12 months package will cost you rupees 17,500, and the 24 months package will cost you rupees 21,000. Please note that these are the listed price of the various packages. Before you make the payment of the package of your choice, please do not forget to use the code Prathik Prathik, to get an instant discount of 10% on the above listed price. I repeat, please do not forget to use the code Prathik, Prathik, that's me, to get an instant discount of 10% on the above listed price. So the after discount prices of the various packages are as follows. The 1 month package will cost you rupees 3150. The 3-month package will cost you rupees 7875. The 6-month package will cost you rupees 12,600. The 12 months package will cost you rupees 15,750. And the 24 months package will cost you rupees 18,900. So you see immediately you get a savings of 10% when you use my code Pratik before you make the payment. Now I personally recommend you to go for the 12 months package for a start because of the two reasons. Firstly, it is very cost effective. If you compare the per month cost of the 12-month package with the cost of the 1-month package, you will see that you get great savings almost immediately. And secondly, and most importantly, since the CA Foundation and intermediate courses are provided to you in one package, a 12-month package will be very beneficial to you because firstly, it covers the entire duration of your courses, because normally it takes about a year's time for you to study and clear the CA Foundation and intermediate examination. So if you're getting both these courses in one subscription, and that too at a very cost-effective price, I think that's a very good deal. But having said this, you're free to choose the package of your choice. But please do not forget to use my code Prathik, Prathik, to get an instant discount of 10% on the above listed price. You can also use the no-cost EMI option available for the 6 months, 12 months and 24 months packages. Just in case you do not wish to make the payment at one shot, it is all a no-cost EMI option. And then the payment options available are internet banking, debit card, credit card, and also the coins that you've accumulated while watching all the special classes. You can redeem them while you make your payment for the Plus subscription. All right, please take about a minute or two, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Take about a minute, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Take about a minute more. Any questions, please ask me. Okay, now also I told you that the Unacademy Learning app gives you access to all the live and recorded special classes. So here are snapshots of a few of the many special classes that I have conducted on the Unacademy Learning app, and which is all there for your disposal and use. So the special classes conducted are for Revision Test Paper, Sale of Goods Act, Indian Contracts Act, the Companies Act 2013, and many more. Okay, and then there are many other special classes like partnership accounts, accounts of NPOs, final accounts of entities, consignment accounts, and many others are there which you can make use of and use of in your preparation for the CA Foundation and intermediate examination. And after going through them, if you have any questions or queries, you can always get back to me. Here are also the links to few of the many special classes that I've conducted on the Unacademy Learning app. You can either click on these links or you can copy and paste these links on your browser to take you directly to the special class on the Unacademy Learning app. So the special classes are on the Indian Contracts Act, Sale of Goods Act, the Indian Partnership Act, the Limited Liability Partnership Act, the Companies Act, Basics of Communication, Accounting Concepts, Revision Test Papers, Partnership Accounts, NPOs, Final Accounts of Companies, and many more. All right, so please make use of these and always get back to me in case you have any questions or queries. Please take a minute, go through this slide, and then we start off. Any questions, please ask. Take about a minute. Any questions, please ask. Any questions? Okay, so let's continue with revision discussion on revision test papers May 2020 business laws part 2. Part 1 was done earlier today. So how we are going to do this is I'm going to read out the question, explain the question and the answer to you. Then I will give you about 3 or 4 minutes to read it, understand it, and ask me any questions that you may have. All right, sounds good? All right, let's start off. So whatever we did in the last class, we will not do that, and we'll start from where we stopped. Question 4 was done, question 5 was done. Question 6 was half done. Okay, so we will start off with question number 6. What do you mean by quantum merit? And state the cases where the claim for quantum merit arises. Now, answer. Quantum merit. Quantum merit, where one person has rendered service to another in circumstances which indicate an understanding between them that it is to be paid for, although no particular remuneration was fixed. The law will infer a promise to pay. Quantum merit, as much as the party doing the service has deserved. It covers a case where the party injured by the breach had at the time of breach done part but not all of the work which is bound to do under the contract, and seeks to be compensated for the value of the work done for the application of the doctrine. 2 conditions must be fulfilled. It is available only if the original contract has been discharged, and the claim must be brought only by not the party in default. Okay, so please understand this. Quantum merit simply means, let's say A and B enter into a contract. A and B, A hires B to build up 3 floors of a building, three storied building. So B tells them that, okay, I will do it for you for 9 lakh rupees, 3 lakhs per floor. So at the end of the first floor, A does not give him the advance, or A breaches the contract. A tells B, I don't want you, please go. I don't want your services anymore. So B says, okay, you don't want my services anymore. Now whatever I have done, whatever work I have done so far, the fun floor that I have built, please pay me 3 lakhs for that. So if A says no, B can go to the court and ask for a quantum merit remuneration as also compensation and damages for breach of contract. Now the 2 conditions for a person to exercise quantum merit is it is available only if the original contract has been discharged. That means it could be by breach also, and the claim must be brought not by the party in default. Okay, so that means between A and B, if A is the party who's in default, A should not be claiming quantum merit, but it should be B who will be claiming quantum merit. The objective of allowing a claim on quantum merit to recompensate the party or person for the value of work which he has done. Damages are compensatory in nature, while quantum merit is restitutory. It is but reasonable compensation awarded on implication of a contract to remunerate. So basically, whatever work a person has done, he is asking for that money only from the other person. So it is in addition to compensation for damages as well. Please take about 2 or 3 minutes, go through this, and then we proceed to the next slide. Any questions, please ask me. Please take about 2 or 3 minutes. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Please take 2 more minutes. Any questions, please ask. Any questions? Okay, Idris Hussain, clear? Shall we proceed? All right. Now, the claim for quantum merit arises in the following cases. Now, what are the cases in which a claim for quantum merit arises? First one, when an agreement is discovered to be void or where a contract becomes void. So, whenever an agreement is discovered to be void or it becomes void, that time a claim for quantum merit happens whenever work has been performed by one of the parties. Okay, when something is done without any intention to do so gratuitously. So when any act is done without the intention of doing it freely or for charitable purpose, a claim for quantum merit can happen. That means whatever work I have done, please pay me for that. Where there is an express or implied contract to render services, but there is no agreement as to remuneration. Okay, so now there is an agreement or a contract to render services, but there is nothing spoken about remuneration. In that case, it is understood that whatever work a person does, he can claim that money from the other person. When one person abandons or refuses to perform the contract, so whenever there is a breach of contract by any one person in a contract, the other person who has suffered due to the breach of such a contract, then that person can claim quantum merit. Where a contract is divisible and the party not in default has enjoyed the benefit of part performance. So when the contract is such a contract that it cannot be divided into smaller parts and it has to be treated as one, as a whole, in that case, the party not in default has enjoyed the benefit of part performance. That means he has done, the party that has not defaulted in the contract or the breach of contract has performed partly his promise, but the other person has not done his part of the promise. So in that case, he can ask for a quantum merit for his share of the promise. Last one, when an indivisible contract for a lump sum is completely performed but badly, the person who has performed the contract can claim the lump sum, but the other party may deduct for bad work. Okay, so let's say there is a contract for lump sum amount, that you make my building for 10 lakhs and the other person completes the building for 10 lakhs, but he does a bad job, a shabby job. Then the person who entered into the contract will not pay him the entire 10 lakhs, but will say, okay, the contract was for 10 lakhs, you did a bad job. Now I'm going to deduct so and so amount, 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs, and pay you 6 lakhs. So that is the quantum merit. So in these cases, the claim for quantum merit can arise. All right, please take about 2 or 3 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Take 2 or 3 minutes. Let me know once you're done. Take 2 or 3 minutes, go through it. Any questions, please ask. Let me know once you're done. Take another 2 minutes. Read it carefully, understand it, and ask me any questions that you may have. Any questions? Yes? Any questions, please ask. Take about a minute more. Let me know once you're done. Done with this? All right, let's proceed. Done? Okay, let's proceed. Just give me a second. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Explain the meaning of contingent contracts and state the rules regarding such contracts. Okay, so the next question, question 7, is explain the meaning of contingent contracts and state the rules relating to such contracts. Okay, so let's read the answer. Essential characteristics of a contingent contract. A contract may be absolute or contingent. A contract is said to be absolute when the promisor undertakes to perform the contract in all events. A contingent contract, on the other hand, is a contract to do or not do something if some event collateral to such contract does or does not happen. Section 31. It is a contract in which the performance becomes due only upon the happening of some event which may or may not happen. Okay, so please remember, a contract may be either absolute or it may be contingent. An absolute contract is one in which the promisor agrees to fulfill his promise in all events, happen what may. I will complete my promise. But what happens in a contingent contract? The contingent contract is based on an event or is dependent on an event which may or may not happen. And if that event happens or does not happen, then the promisor will do his part of the promise. That is the difference between a contingent contract and an absolute contract. Let's take an example. For example, A contracts to pay B rupees 10,000 if he is elected president of a particular association. This is a contingent contract because if he is not elected as the president of a particular association, he will not pay B 10,000 rupees. The essential characteristics of a contingent contract may be listed as below. Okay, please pay attention. First, there must be a contract to do something or not do something. Second, the performance of the contract must depend upon the happening or non-happening of an event. Okay, so in the above example, A contracts to pay B 1,000. So the contract must be to do something or not do something, correct? Now the performance of the contract must depend on the happening or non-happening of the event. In the above example, what is the happening or non-happening of the event? The happening or non-happening of the event is he being elected as the president of the Resident Welfare Association. Then the third one is the happening of the event is uncertain, obviously. So he may or may not be appointed as the president. So if these conditions are fulfilled, then it is said to be a contingent contract. All right, please take about 2 or 3 minutes, go through this slide, and then we proceed. Any questions, please ask. Take about 2 or 3 minutes. Any questions, please ask, and then we continue. Any questions, please ask. If the contingent contract does not happen, then the person who's making the promise will not fulfill his promise. Okay, Idris. Now see, A agrees to pay B 10,000 if he is elected as a president. So if he is not elected as a president, obviously he will not pay B rupees 1,000. Okay, so if the uncertain event does not happen, then the person making the promise does not have to fulfill his promise. Are you clear? Did I answer your question? Any questions, please ask. Take about 2 more minutes. Idris, did I answer your question? Any questions? Any questions, please ask. Let me know once you're done. Idris, let me know once you're done. Clear? Are we done? Okay. The rules regarding contingent contracts are as follows. Okay. Now, please remember, please note these. Contingent contracts depend on the happening of an uncertain future event which cannot be enforced until the event has happened. Okay. So, in the example, Idris, only if he becomes the president will he have to pay. If the event becomes impossible, such contracts become void. So the future uncertain event, if it does not happen or it becomes impossible to perform, then the contract becomes void. Okay? Where the contingent contract is to be performed if a particular event does not happen, performance can be enforced only when the happening of that event becomes impossible. Now see, now it's on the other side. The example given was if he becomes the president, he will pay B rupees 10,000. But in case the contract was that if A will pay B 10,000 rupees in case he does not become the president of the association. So in that case, when another person is appointed as the president of the association, the possibility of A being appointed as a president will become impossible. So at that time, he'll have to pay B. Okay. So where a contingent contract is to be performed, if a particular event does not happen, performance can be enforced only when happening of that event becomes impossible. Okay, that's the second part. Now, third part. If a contract is contingent upon how a person will act at an unspecified time, the event shall be considered to be impossible. When such person does anything which renders it impossible that he should so act within any definite time or otherwise, then under further contingency. So basically, the third point, please pay attention. If a contract is contingent upon how a person will act at an unspecified time, the event shall be considered to become impossible. So if the agreement itself is based on the presumption that on day after tomorrow or 3 days later, how will a person behave? In that case, it will be considered to be impossible. When such person does anything which renders it impossible that he should so act within any definite time or otherwise under any further contingencies. Okay? Then the fourth point, the contingent contracts to not do anything if an impossible event happens are void, whether or not the fact is known to the party. So for example, if A and B enter into a contract where A tells I will pay B 50,000 rupees if the world comes to an end tomorrow. So obviously we all don't know when the world will come to an end, but it also seems to be impossible, right? So any contract to do any impossible act will be void. All right, so please take about 3 or 4 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Please take 3 or 4 minutes, go through the slide. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Let me know once you're done. Any questions, please ask. Take about 2 more minutes. Let me know once you're done. Any questions, please ask. Let me know once you're done, please. Any questions? Any questions, please ask. Take a minute more. Then we'll go to the next question. Done? Shall we proceed? Okay, let's go to question number 8. Explain the concept of misrepresentation in matters of contract. Sohan induced Suraj to buy his motorcycle, saying that it was in a very good condition. After taking the motorcycle, Suraj complained that there were many defects in the motorcycle. Sohan proposed to get it repaired and promised to pay 40% of the cost of repairs. After a few days, the motorcycle did not work at all. Now Suraj wants to rescind the contract. Rescind means cancel the contract. Decide giving reasons whether Suraj can rescind the contract. Alright, now please pay attention to this question. Firstly, they've asked us what do you mean by the concept of misrepresentation in matters of contract. Secondly, they've given us a case study. Sohan induced Suraj to buy his motorcycle, saying that it was in a very good condition. After taking the motorcycle, Suraj complained that there were many defects in the motorcycle. Sohan, so now when Suraj went and told Sohan that, see boss, you gave me this motorcycle, now it's not working. It had a lot of defects in it. So immediately Sohan said, okay, you get it repaired and I will pay you 40% of whatever you incur on the repairs. After a few days, the motorcycle did not work at all. Now Suraj wants to rescind the contract. Decide giving reasons whether Suraj can rescind the contract. Okay? Are you clear with the question? Yes. Yes, Idris. Section 18. Okay, so let's look at the solution now. Let's look at the answer. Now, misrepresentation, according to Section 18 of the Indian Contracts Act 1872, misrepresentation is when a person positively asserts that a fact is true when his information does not warrant it to be so, though he believes it to be true. So a person, when he says something is true, when the information in his hand knows that it is not true, okay, no, it is not undue influence, it is misrepresentation. Okay. Then the second case, where there is any breach of duty by a person which brings an advantage to the person committing it by misleading another. So misleading another is basically lying. When a person is in such a position that when he says something or misleads someone, he will take advantage of that situation. Okay. And the third one is when a party causes, however innocently, the other party to the agreement to make a mistake as to the substance of the thing which is the subject of the agreement. So when a person pushes or allows the other person to make a mistake as to the substance of a thing, and this is done with knowledge, then it is known as a misrepresentation. All right, please take about 2 or 3 minutes, go through the slide, and then we proceed. Any questions, please ask. Take about 2 or 3 minutes, go through this slide, and then we proceed. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Yes, Idris. Any advantage received under misrepresentation is to be returned or not? Yes, it is to be returned. Yes, because as per as per the essential elements of a contract, one of the main elements of the contract is free consent, and any consent obtained through misrepresentation is not a valid consent, not free consent, and that's why it is a voidable contract at the option of the person whose consent is so taken. All right. All right, take about 2 more minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask. Take about 2 more minutes. Any questions, please ask. Sorry, Idris, I didn't understand your question. Can you rephrase it? Can you explain it? Can you explain your question, Idris? Yes, Idris, what's your question? Okay. Now, question 9. So in the current case, okay, now let's continue this. Now, in the current case, even though Sohan misrepresented to Suraj and induced him to buy his motorcycle, Sohan cannot sorry, Suraj, even though Sohan misrepresented to um, Suraj to buy the motorcycle, now Suraj wants to cancel the contract and take legal action against Sohan. Now he cannot do so because here he has accepted. When Sohan said, okay, I'll pay you 40% of the cost of repairs, that means he has accepted the bike in the condition it is, and now he cannot, so he becomes a party to it and he cannot rescind the contract. Okay, if in case he had not agreed to this 40%, then he can rescind the contract. Okay, yes, so that's your answer to the question. And now, okay, Idris has a question. Idris, person get misrepresented, but the person has the opportunity to discover the truth. See, if it is, if the truth can be, Idris, if the truth can be discovered through normal procedures, then yes, it is not a misrepresentation. But if a person needs to do investigation and things like that, then it will not be valid. Okay, if it's a normal thing that when if I am selling someone a bike and I tell him it's in good condition and in front of it I can see that the bike is broken, then then I will not accept it only. Na? But if there is something wrong inside the engine and everything, then how will I know? So the only option I have is to take the bike from him and then go and get it checked. Okay, Idris? Clear? Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number 9. X, a minor, was studying in MCOM in a college. On 1st July 2019, he took a loan of rupees 1 lakh from B for payment of his college fees and to purchase books and agreed to repay by 31st December 2019. X possesses assets worth rupees 9 lakhs. On due date, X fails to pay back the loan to B. B now wants to recover the loan from X out of his assets, referring to the provisions of the Indian Contracts Act 1872, decide whether B would succeed. So now in this case, A was a minor. A wanted money for his college fees and books. So he took a loan from 1 lakh from B for payment of his college fees and purchase books. And he agreed to repay the loan on 31st December 2019. X had assets worth rupees 9 lakhs, but on the due date, that is 31st December 2019, X did not pay the money back to B. B now wants to recover the loan from X out of his assets of rupees 9 lakhs. Referring to the provisions of Indian Contracts Act 1872, decide whether B would succeed. Okay, now we need to. Yes, Idris, correct. But please remember, if it is for necessities, this becomes a quasi contract reimbursement. Okay, now let's read it. Now, yes, let's read the answer. B can proceed against the assets of X. According to section 68 of the Indian Contracts Act 1872, if a person incapable of entering into a contract or anyone whom he is legally bound to support is supplied by another person with necessaries suited to his condition of life, the person who has furnished such supplies is entitled to be reimbursed from the property of such incapable person. Okay? Since the loan given to X is for the necessaries suited to the conditions in life of the minor, his assets can be used to reimburse B. What you are saying, Idris, is correct. Any contract entered into by a minor is void, but this is an exception. In case there is, if a person has done something to supply necessaries to a person who is incapable of contracting like a minor, in that case, he is entitled to get reimbursed from the assets of the minor. Okay, so in this case, B can proceed against the assets of X and claim the money back. Yes, Idris, correct. All right, please take about 2 or 3 minutes, go through this, and then we proceed. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Section 68, Idris, not 11. Section 68. Yes. Please go through this. Take another 2 minutes. Any questions, please ask me. Let me know once you're done. Take another 2 minutes. Any questions, please ask. Let me know once you're done. Yes, Idris, section 11 tells you about who's competent to contract, but we are talking about an exception. Okay, we are talking about section 68, according to which when a person supplies necessaries to a person who is incapable of contracting, he is allowed to get a reimbursement of that amount. That is what section 68 talks about. Okay? Okay, Idris? Let me know once everyone's done. Then we'll proceed. Any questions? Are you done? Take about a minute or two. Go through it carefully. Any questions? Let me know once you're done. Take another minute. Any questions, please ask. Let me know once you're done. If you supply non-necessaries to minor, then it is a void contract. Yes, then because a contract is a minor is incapable of contracting, that contract is void. Yes, you cannot claim it back from him. Okay, Idris? Got it? Okay, let's go to the Sale of Goods Act, question number 10. Okay. State briefly the essential elements of a contract of sale under a Sale of Goods Act 1930. Okay, that's your question number 10. Explain, state briefly the essential elements of a contract of sale under the Sale of Goods Act 1930. Let's look at the answer. Essentials of a contract of sale under the Sale of Goods Act 1930 are: the following elements must coexist so as to constitute a contract of sale of goods under the Sale of Goods Act 1930. There must be at least two parties. Okay, so that in the Sale of Goods Act there has to be two parties, a seller and a buyer. The subject matter of the contract must necessarily be goods. Under the Sale of Goods Act 1930, the subject matter of the contract has to be goods. It cannot be anything else, and it has to be movable goods. Immovable goods are not covered by the Sale of Goods Act 1930. Okay, a price in money, not in kind, should be paid or promised. So, as per, very contrary to the Contingent Contracts Act 1872, under the Sale of Goods Act, a contract should there should be a price in money. So, only a amount in cash and not in kind should be paid or promised. Okay, a transfer of property in goods from the seller or buyer must take place. So that means once the sale happens from the seller to the buyer, the property or the ownership of the goods must pass on from the seller to the buyer. The contract of sale must be absolute or conditional. So a contract of sale can be absolute or conditional. If it's absolute, that means there are no conditions. But if it's conditional, that means there are terms and conditions attached. All other essential elements of a valid contract must be present in a contract of sale. So what are the other valid essentials? There should be a valid offer and acceptance. There should be valid consideration, lawful object, free consent. Okay, and it should not be expressly declared as void. Okay, so these are the characteristics of a contract under the Sale of Goods Act 1930. Please take about 2 or 3 minutes. Go through this. Any questions? Please ask me. Any questions? Please ask. Take 2 or 3 minutes. Any questions? Please ask me. Any questions? Please ask. Yes, Idris? Service will not come under Sale of Goods Act. Okay, it has to be only goods, movable goods. Okay, please take about 2 minutes more. Any questions? Please ask me. Okay, take about 2 more minutes. Any questions? Please ask me. Any questions? Let me know once you're done. Any questions? Any questions? All right, let's go to the next question. What is an implied warranty, and state the various types of implied warranties? Okay, so question number 11. What is an implied warranty, and state the types of implied warranties? Answer: implied warranties. It is a warranty which the law implies into the contract of sale. In other words, it is the stipulation which has not been included in the contract of sale in express words. So it simply means, okay, so it simply means it has not been mentioned in the contract, but it is implied, it is understood. Okay, there is, I'll try. Okay, but the law presumes that the parties have incorporated it into the contract. It will be interesting to know that implied warranties are read into every contract of sale unless they are expressly excluded by the parties, by the express agreement of the parties. These may also be excluded by in the course of dealings between the parties or by usage of trade. The examination of sections 14 and 16 of the Sale of Goods Act 1930 discloses the following implied warranties. Acha. So the question is, what is implied warranty? Now, implied warranties का मतलब ये है कि many times those clauses are not mentioned in the agreement, but they are understood. तो इधर तो क्या समझा जाता है कि वो हम जो clauses होते हैं implied warranties हम लिखते नहीं हैं agreement के अंदर, but those are understood कि वो agreement के अंदर हैं, and all the agreements by default will have certain implied warranties जब तक जो सेलर और बायर है वो उसे एक्सक्लूसिवली निकालते नहीं है उस वारंटीज को कॉन्ट्रैक्ट से. तो हम समझ जब तक वो निकालेंगे नहीं, हमको पता है कि वो इंप्लाइड वारंटीज आर देयर. इंप्लाइड वारंटीज होते हैं वो जो ट्रेड यूसेज या डीलिंग्स बिटवीन द पार्टीज के हिसाब से की वजह से उसमें आते हैं, ठीक है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के अंदर. तो नाउ व्हाट आर द फॉलोइंग इंप्लाइड वारंटीज? लेट्स हैव अ लुक. Warranty as to undisturbed possession. An implied warranty that the buyer shall have and enjoy quiet possession of the goods. This is to say, if the buyer, having got possession of the goods, is later on disturbed in his possession, he is entitled to sue the seller for breach of warranty. Okay, so the first implied warranty is a warranty as to undisturbed possession, which means simply means एक बार अगर buyer ने माल खरीद लिया seller से, then उसका हक है कि वो उस goods को enjoy करे without being disturbed. अगर फ्यूचर में if the seller or any other person comes and disturbs the enjoyment, the peaceful enjoyment of the property by the buyer can sue the seller. Okay, any questions so far? Any questions so far? Okay, and then so we spoke about the warranty as to undisturbed possession. Now let's go to warranty as to non-existence of encumbrances. अब encumbrances का मतलब है no lien, pledge or mortgage should have been there on the goods. When a seller sells the goods to the buyer, he's got an implied warranty that these goods are free from any encumbrances or pledge or mortgage. An implied warranty that the goods shall be free from any charge or encumbrance in favor of any third party, not declared or known to the buyer before or at the time the contract is entered into. So what do you mean by encumbrance? Encumbrance का मतलब है कि वो goods को pledge करके लोन नहीं लिया है, या वो goods को mortgage करके सेलर ने कुछ लोन नहीं उठाया है, या किसी थर्ड पार्टी के नाम पे pledge नहीं किया है, ठीक है. So that is your second implied warranty. Please take about 2 or 3 minutes, go through this, and then we proceed. Any questions? Please ask. Take 2 or 3 minutes. Any questions? Please ask me. Okay, any questions? Please ask. Any questions? Please take about 2 minutes. No, Idris, not only the damages, he can ask for compensation also. Damages, compensation. No, if it's a major breach of warranty, he can cancel the contract, return the goods, and ask for the money also. Okay, Idris? Any questions? Please ask. Take another 2 minutes. Any questions? Let me know once you're done. Any questions? Okay. Let's move to the next two warranties. A warranty as to quality of fitness or usage of trade. An implied warranty as to the quality of fitness for a particular purpose may be annexed or attached by usage of trade. Regarding implied condition or warranty as to the quality of fitness for any particular purpose of goods supplied, the rule is let the buyer beware. The seller is under no duty to reveal unflattering truths about the goods sold, but this rule has certain exceptions. Okay, so the third warranty is warranty as to quality or fitness of usage of trade. So if you go to a seller and you say, I want to buy a particular item for building a house, or I want a, let's say you go and say, you go and ask the seller that I want to buy this, and you also tell him the purpose, then it is the duty of the seller that the goods that you're asking for should serve the purpose that you're asking to. Okay, Idris, where is it mentioned annexed? Okay, so that's your warranty as to fitness. And then in this there is also buyer beware. So let's say let me give you an example. Let me say you're going to buy fans for your house. You're constructing a house. Now you go and you want to buy ceiling fans. So you go and tell the shopkeeper that I want to buy ceiling fans for my house. So the shopkeeper will show you 4 or 5 varieties, okay, which all can be used in the house. Now if you want a particular thing which gives you more air in every corner of the house, that you should know. So you should know the quality of that. But when the fan is given to you, it should be in working condition, and it should be one which has to be put in a house. Okay, if the seller is doing that, then he has done his job. But if there's anything more specific you want, then you should be aware of that as the buyer. Lastly, disclosure of dangerous nature of goods. If the goods being sold by the seller are dangerous in nature, then it is the duty of the seller to inform the buyer that this is the probable danger you have from the goods, so please be careful. So if there is a breach of warranty, the seller may be liable for damages. Okay, please take a minute, go through this, and then we proceed. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Any questions? Okay, if there are no questions, then we will be ending this session with this. Yes, Idris, correct. Okay, we will be ending this session with this, and we will be continuing tomorrow at about 4 p.m. Okay.